It's happening right now. Some people in your life are confidently making decisions that are objectively wrong, and yet they are convinced they are geniuses. They explain their mistakes with certainty, they mock questions they can't answer. They act like knowledge is earned by talking, not thinking. What's worse, they don't just misjudge situations, they convince others their wrong answers are right, and somehow everyone hesitates to challenge them. And the reason behind this is not arrogance, it's a psychological flaw baked into the human mind, a flaw that makes the uninformed feel unstoppable and the intelligent question themselves. Observe them closely, they dominate conversations, they interrupt, speak louder, argue louder. Even when evidence is presented, they twist it. A chart showing the truth, fake data, an expert opinion. They don't get it like I do. Meanwhile, those who actually know more, think more deeply, hesitate. They consider nuances, they weigh probabilities, and by the time they speak, the room has already accepted the loudest voice as the correct one. They are everywhere, in offices, on social media, in families. The ones who never read but always comment, the ones who skim headlines yet lecture like scholars, the ones who act like wisdom is a performance, not a process. And yet, this isn't random, it's a predictable, explainable human pattern. Most people assume it's arrogance or laziness or the desire for attention. We say they just need to read more, they need to experience failure, they need humility. These explanations feel right because they are easy to understand, but they fail to explain why this pattern repeats itself across generations and environments. Why someone who consistently ignores evidence still trusts their gut, while someone who lacks skill, education, or context feel untouchable in confidence. Something else is happening beneath the surface, something structural in the mind. The key is a concept psychologists call the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Here's how it works. People with limited knowledge or skill in an area cannot recognize their own incompetence. The lack of insight creates an illusion of superiority. Meanwhile, genuinely competent people are hyper-aware of how much they don't know, which leads to hesitation and self-doubt. Put simply, ignorance breeds confidence, knowledge breeds caution. But it goes deeper. This is not just about IQ, it's about self-perception and metacognition. The brain's ability to evaluate its own competence. Low self-awareness is equal to overestimation of ability. Poor feedback loops is equal to inability to calibrate reality. Social reinforcement is equal to ego rewarded by agreeing audiences. And here's the twist. Environment magnify this effect. Offices where yes men thrive. Social media where loud opinions are rewarded. Teams where results are unclear and confidence masquerades as competence. It's not just about stupidity, it is systematic reinforcement of delusion. Think about a boardroom scenario. A junior analyst presents a detailed report. Every metric, every forecast is backed by research. But the manager who barely skimmed the summary dismisses the analysis on a hunch. They speak with authority, as if intuition equals truth. The room nods. Later, the metrics prove the analyst right. But the damage is done. The manager remains confident. The analyst hesitates the next time. Why? Because the brain rewards perceived competence over actual competence. Or picture social media debates. Someone posts a bold statement that is factually wrong. It goes viral because the tone is aggressive, the certainty is absolute, and the audience mistakes volume for validity. Meanwhile, the true experts write threads carefully citing sources. Ignored or dismissed. This is a psychological weapon disguised as human flaw. Here's the harsh truth. This is not a rare phenomenon. It is everywhere. The louder, faster, and more unaware someone is, the more likely they dominate social perception. The smarter, quieter, and more aware someone is, the more likely they defer to incorrect authority. This is why society often underestimates danger, makes poor policy decisions, and elevates mediocrity. The real tragedy, people who could create, innovate, and lead are silenced by those who overestimate themselves. Genius is held back by confidence masquerading as knowledge. And here's the kicker. Even competent people observing this pattern start doubting themselves. They question their judgment, they second guess, paralyzed by seeing so many confidently wrong people rewarded. This is why many people never reach their potential. Being correct is not enough. Being quiet and competent is not enough. Social perception favors the bold and blind. It's not about laziness, it's not about moral failing. It is structural human psychology. And unless you understand this mechanism, you will repeat the same mistakes, rewarding confidence over competence. Or worse, you might become that person without realizing it. So what can be done? 1. Meta-awareness. Learn to notice when confidence is performative, not informed. Question why someone believes something, not just how loudly they say it. 2. Structured feedback loops. Decision needs measurable outcomes, not just vocal dominance. Data beats volume, always. 3. Confidence calibration. Even highly intelligent people can fall into overconfidence. Regularly challenge assumptions and compare with reality. 4. Leverage quiet power. Expertise should be documented, applied, and shared strategically. Sometimes silence plus evidence changes the system more than arguing. Remember this: being loud does not equal being right. Being quiet does not equal weakness. The world rewards perception over reality, but understanding the mechanism restores power. This is why strategic intelligence is more valuable than brute IQ. Understanding human psychology can make someone silently dominant, even in rooms full of overconfident fools. So next time the loudest voice seems the smartest, pause, observe, analyze, separate certainty from truth, because the world is not run by the competent, it is run by the confident. But the few who understand this quietly are the ones who truly control their outcomes.